Hey, hello, seventh graders. Let's pick up today with Chapter 2, Section 2, Native American Cultures. Now, there will be this mini lecture on Chapter 2, Section 2, but I am going to assign the reading of textbook Section 2, Chapter 2, Section 2 for you. I will post that you won't have to take the textbook home, but I will post it on your Google Classroom page or your Schoology page. And I'll need you to complete that reading as part of this section on Chapter 2, Section 2. There's just too much information that I'd like to cover and there's not enough included in this short reading. But we are going to plow ahead with our mini lecture on Chapter 2, Section 2. And this is titled Native American Cultures. And this mini lecture will be posted on your Schoology and your Google Classroom page, as will the vocab terms. 4 of the vocab terms are listed here. There are many more words in the complete Chapter 2, Section 2 deck. Those words are on Quizlet, and they will also be linked to your Schoology page at the end of the day today. Let's take a peek. Native American Cultures, Chapter 2, Section 2. 4 important vocab words at the top. A tribe. A tribe is a community of people that share common customs, language, and rituals. Tribe, a community of people who share common customs, language, and rituals. A pit house is a house dug into the ground and covered with woods and skins. This was an early form of shelter that we're going to look at a particular Native American group that made pit houses. Kachina is a spirit represented by masked dancers in Pueblo cultures. A kachina. And a potlatch is a ceremonial dinner held by cultures of the Pacific Northwest, a potlatch. Okay, so there are 4 of our vocab terms for this section on Native American cultures. Let's get right into our short reading on Native American cultures. As early peoples settled in North America, they formed groups and developed unique cultures. By the time Europeans arrived in the 1490s, there were hundreds of Native American tribes, languages, and religions in North America. So we're going to be learning a lot. Most of our class, the first half of the year of our class, is going to focus on European settlement of North America. But before the Europeans, before the Spanish, before the French, before the British even arrived in North America, there were hundreds of Native American tribes, languages, and religions already in existence here. Native Americans were all influenced by geography, climate, and resources. And depending on where they lived, we've talked earlier in the year about our various and diverse climates and geographic regions. Well, here we're going to see that Native Americans were influenced by geography, climate, and natural resources. Depending on where they lived, Native American people might farm, fish, hunt, or trade for food or other resources. In the Arctic climate of the far north, the Inuit people lived in pit houses and lived off the sea. In the milder northwest, out near Seattle, Washington today, tribes settled in villages and traded goods. In the fertile southeast, the Natchez farmed and hunted. Fertile means in the fertile southeast, we're talking about fertile meaning soil that is very good for farming. Despite these geographical differences, Native American peoples shared some key beliefs. They respected nature and believed that the world was filled with unseen and powerful forces. They held special ceremonies and performed regular rituals to honor those forces. In the Southwest, the Pueblo people held ceremonies celebrating the Kachinas. And in the Northwest, families celebrated by holding potlatch ceremonies. We're going to talk specifically in class about Kachinas and about potlatches. And these are both ways that Native American tribes honored these spiritual forces. The Iroquois people of the Eastern Woodlands had a unique society as well, women had the power to own property in Iroquois society and to elect and to fire or kick out tribal leaders. They had not only the ability to elect tribal leaders, but if the tribal leaders in Iroquois society weren't getting the job done or they weren't performing the job honestly and ethically, the women of the society had the right to remove those leaders. Let's take a look at the questions down below here, down below the reading. We have a chart that is going to basically talk about the regions of North America, Arctic, subarctic, all the way down here to the northwest coast. And it's going to tell you some of the tribes that made up those regions. We are going to be, particularly living here in Hoosick Falls, we are going to be part of the Eastern Woodland region. And these are going to be some of the tribes that we will see that inhabited our neck of the woods. And also, it will tell you how those Indians lived, how those Native American tribes lived in each of these sections here. The first question, if you could answer in a Google Doc and share with me, please. Question 1, what were 2 beliefs that all Native American people shared? 2 beliefs based on the reading and on our class discussion, which we'll talk about as well. Answer question number 1. And question 2, using the chart, in which culture areas did Native Americans farm? Okay, in which culture areas are going to be the areas over here on the left. In which culture areas did Native Americans farm? Please label your replies in your Google Doc and share those with me. And again, I will be assigning a textbook reading of Chapter 2, Section 2, because there's just too much information I want to cover with you that's not included in this reading. So make sure that you get your reading assignment done, and also prepare for your vocab quizzes on Chapter 2, Section 2 by studying the full deck of your vocab terms on the Quizlet site. Any questions, you guys can shoot me an email, or you can pop in during my lunchtime or my free period, and I will help you with Chapter 2, Section 2.